All right,
And
we are live.
Hey,
Would you like to
on the
introduce
scene
yourself?
with it.
It's motherfucking
From the
lit.
sector.
Aye, man, I'm fucking Capital G. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking really out here, man. You know, I'm doing my best, you know?
Oh, yeah?
My best.
Yeah.
That's all
Happy
we
to
can
be
do.
here, y'all. It's a blessing. It's a blessing and a privilege, man. I appreciate y'all. Man.
Appreciate you
For real.
coming through, bro.
Been wanting you on for a while.
Yeah, man. It's about time, you know?
Yeah, bro, shit. You know, we go way back.
Yeah, man. It's just crazy.
I'm gonna take this thing off.
I'm gonna take it off.
That makes
He's like, yeah,
perfect sense.
So, yeah, man. You know, I'm definitely glad to have you here, brother.
For sure.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Why don't you, you got a new project you're working on, huh?
Yeah, man. Shit's crazy too. I'm really excited about this shit because basically, like, I'm doing a rebranding campaign right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And recently with my music, I've reached a point where it's like, you know, I really know where I want to go with it. I know my intentions. I've thought about the business side of it, and I've also thought about my integrity. You know what I'm saying? And I've been doing my best to keep a good balance to really express like every aspect of me. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a lot of different aspects of myself. And I feel like my art should reflect that, you know? Like before, for a while when I would make music, it was really based only upon how I wanted people to see me. And I wasn't incorporating, you know, who I really was, you know, the conflicts that really go through my head, you know, and the things that I really go through, you know what I'm saying? So with this project, it was the whole intention was to, can I right here? The whole intention was basically to, you know, show the world who I really am on different levels. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, one thing, for instance, specifically that I was noticing that I was suppressing was the hood side of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I you know, grew up around a lot of hood folk. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up around, you know, a lot of drugs and gang activity, you know, and I never had that reflected at all. And even though that was a huge part of my life, you know, it wasn't even on no light shit. Like, I'm sure y'all remember how I was in middle school and high school type shit, you know? Yeah. It's like, I was like literally a complete different person. Like, I was the type to just trip over like dumb shit, you know? And
we all were.
That's what I'm saying, you know? And it's crazy.
Except
now.
Isaac was the color. And Isaac and Ronald, I think, were one of the most collected, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Aspects.
You know, and I was collected, but I just didn't give a fuck. That was my problem. I literally didn't care. So I was collected in ways that wasn't most conducive to my higher destiny. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's really important. But, you know, basically with this project though, I'm trying to show those different sides of me, you know, and like, for instance too, like, I feel like I have something different to bring to the table, because although I was raised in Colorado, you know, everybody in my family for the most part is from New York, and that's a completely different mentality too that I'm able to portray through my art, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely with this new project, it's called MOCEAN. It's definitely gonna be causing some waves, man, you know?
I like how you spelled it.
Yeah, bro, it's really intentional, you know? The whole the whole idea and intention behind it, like the energy that I wanted to basically manifest was, you know, basically just getting traction, you know what I'm saying? While also having that ebb and flow, because I feel like it needs to be a balance with it, you know? So like, I had some shit on this EP where it's like, you know, I'll have really intellectual aspects of it where like it definitely shows my more refined self, but then it also shows that the shit can get gross, bro, quick. You know what I'm saying? I've always been that type of person where, like, yo, man, I'm gonna be cool, calm, and collected the entire time. I'm gonna be cordial with you. I'm gonna have an intellectual conversation with you, right? But then at the same time, man, shit can switch, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you rub me wrong and you do certain shit that's just mad disrespectful or out of line, you know, that I'm gonna become a completely different person with you. I absolutely guarantee. You know what I'm saying? So I really want to have both those sides, you know, because I'm a really peaceful dude. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely my intentions with life in general, you know, is to promote more peace. Mm-hmm. But I feel like a lot of people don't recognize that although, yes, you should definitely be peaceful, yo, there's times for peace and there's time for war. Yeah. And I feel like we're in a state of urgency that we don't recognize, because this is a really silent war that we're going through right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's on a really subtle, subconscious level that people just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, there's literally a war in these streets every day in, day out. There's a war within ourselves. You know what I'm saying? There's interpersonal conflict that we go through on the subconscious and conscious level. And it's like, yeah, I'm gonna be peaceful, but like, if I'm not mistaken, Napoleon said this, where he was talking about having the iron fist in the velvet glove. You know what I'm saying? There's certain ways to operate, you know, and you really have to be able to go there with yourself and be comfortable with that, because shit can switch, you know, 0.5. So I really wanted this whole EP to really embody that type of concept, you know?
Hell yeah, man. No, I couldn't agree more, man. You know, I try to strive for the balance in everything.
Sure.
You know, and that includes, you know, peace and war. You know, yeah, if you focus all on peace, you know, you'll never understand war.
That's a
you know,
fact.
when war comes at you, you won't get it.
Right.
You know, you'll lose.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man. No, it's, you know, it's about knowledge. Just knowing. You know, being in the know and understanding.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that, man. You know, and the more I really just study myself and the people around me, the more I realize, like, we gotta figure this shit out, bro. You know what I'm saying? We really gotta connect and unite in a way that is unprecedented. You know what I'm saying? We're going through a major shift right now in the collective consciousness, but just, you know, just on a physical level, just in general. You know what I'm saying? There's a major shift, you know. I'm sure you guys have been feeling this shit, especially with COVID and everything. Like, it's crazy, you know, because so many things are changing around us and it's making us question everything, you know? And that's also one thing too, like with this EP, you know, because for me, music is medicine too, you know? And, you know, I've been doing my best to be a little more subtle, you know, with how I operate, how I make my music. So like, I want shit to hit you where you can still take this shit in when you're going through a serious time of distress, you know what I'm saying? And everything around you is shaky and you feel like you're on rocks constantly, you know? Because when instability is constantly around you and you're insecure, it can be really difficult to receive information, you know, and it can be really difficult to interpret and actually utilize valuable information, you know? And so even with this EP, you know, like, I'm not gonna front a lot of it. I try to have a lot more energy and be a little more hype, and, you know, I focus mostly on wordplay, but there's some really deep nuances, you know what I'm saying, that really I feel like people will be able to extract, you know? I feel like right now is like the time for like microdosing, you know, this type of thing, you know? Because I've been noticing how overwhelmed everybody's been just about basic shit, you know what I'm saying? Like on some real shit, bro. Like, you know, like for instance with my girl, you know, not to put her on blast or anything, but like for instance with my girl, like, you know, there'd be days, you know, it'd be a stressful days. There's so many like conflicts and frictions that are going on with, you know, everybody's personal lives, you know what I'm saying, and their relationships with people has been completely questioned, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because of this all the circumstances with COVID and everything, right? And that shit gets stressful. Like, there'd be times where me and my girl, we would be talking and, you know, something small would happen and one of us will just completely like flip, you know what I'm saying, snap. And it's crazy because how real it is. Like for instance, we'll talk and we'll have a disagreement, right? And then we'll be moving and like knock something over by accident, and that shit is just like the straw that breaks the camel's back. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how it be though, you know? It's because of like everybody's just, every relationship, you know, not even only romantic, but just in general, you know? Everybody's relationship is being kind of shaky, you know? Obviously you need that shakiness to gain stability, you know, and we can talk about that, but you know, it's real shit. I've been noticing that. And music is a lot of people's release, but it's also a lot of people's ways to reprogram themselves, you know what I'm saying? Become better people. Like for me personally, that's how I use music. You know, I love music, bro. You know, it's...
See, that's why, like, if I'm down, you know, I really focus on not listening to sad music all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll put on something motivational.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Lift my spirits up. You gotta, like, you can't keep yourself in that rut.
Right.
Because that just, it just like festers.
Right.
You know, like a wound. Just sitting there. You know, if I guess, if you sit here all day with your attention to your wound, just fucking with it all day, like, oh, this shit hurts, it's not gonna get any better. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like take your attention away from it. You know, let it get its own time to heal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, you gotta draw back from it. You know, and that's how you know what I'm saying, heal. I'm getting all caught up in my words, but
yeah, man, attention is everything.
Yeah,
you know, and like, yeah, you know, I totally do that too. You know, I got like a playlist that's just called Hype Jams.
That's
you know, like, and I play it before I go to work. I play it like when I do a workout. You know, like, but I mean, there's other albums and songs too that I listen to. But you know, those are just ones I know when I listen to it, like, I get in that mood. You know, I feel like, oh shit, let's do this. You know, let's work.
Right.
You know, let's do this.
So
and, yeah.
I'm sorry, but this book I'm reading, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about how he was feeling his pain, you know, and because he just lost his family or whatever, and as he was feeling his pain, he was like, he just kept crying and crying. And he just like talked about how he's just waiting for it to almost like callous, you know, on him, and he could just take it, right. You know, and it doesn't hurt him as much anymore, you know, and like that's how it is, you know. You like build like a resistance and a resilience for it, you know. You just let it go, and you can just handle it, you know, and it just doesn't affect you the same anymore.
Yeah, for real. See, I want to say like two things about that, bro, because I feel like that's really important, you know. One thing is that, you know, there's a time and a place for all of that, the light in your life and the darkness, you know what I'm saying? And you have to be able to discern between the two times, you know. If you really want to be in accordance with what you're here to do, you know, it's like you have to recognize, like, sometimes, yeah, you got to be depressed. You got to have that deep self-reflection and really dig deep, you know, to places you've never been in yourself, you know. But at the same time, bro, you got to take those gifts that you just dug up and those treasures you just dug up and give that back to the world, you know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, the world was what brought you to that place to be able to even get those rewards. You know what I'm saying? So you have to get to a place where you can be positive and get that back to the people. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel. But another thing is, you know, when you're building through, you know, those hard times and really digging in, that's really where community comes in too. You know. I just been realizing how much, you know, like I made a post, you want this? Like I made a post, it was talking about how basically, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. What was that? What did I just say?
Shit, bro.
You made a post.
I was talking about how you have to, like how you could work through it. You know, let me just look, bro. I can just look at the post, low-key. I don't even know why I'm doing this shit.
Talking about community.
Yeah.
Oh, community. Yeah, I remember now. Okay, so, yeah, thank you. So, it's crazy, bro, because when you're going through all this crazy shit, bro, you know, community is really important because, like, for instance, on this post, it was talking about how we yell self-care at people when really sometimes we need community care, you know what I'm saying? And we push people all the time to be like, nah, figure it out yourself, you know? But you're not here with billions of people next to you and around you just to do everything by yourself, you know what I'm saying? That shit don't make no fucking sense, bro. Like, if you could get the job done and your mission done by yourself, you wouldn't be around all these people.
I wrote this line in this new song I'm about to be dropping. It says, nothing in existence can develop on its own. That was what I wrote, and you know, it's true.
That's a fact.
You feel me? And that's like what you're saying. You know, we need community care. You know, that's all that comes with self-care.
Right. Yeah. No, it is that they definitely do have a relationship, but I just wanted to like focus specifically. Like I was like, I've been realizing that, you know, especially in these times, bro, that's the worst shit too, because we've had a lot of insecurity when it comes to wanting to like go out and have a relationship with somebody, like literally, you know what I'm saying? That shit, it just makes you feel uneasy, you know? And you know, there's all this like little tension, and really it's taking us away because, okay, so we're going through a time where obviously there's a lot of sickness. Us being secluded is making our immune system really worse, you know what I'm saying? And especially, you know, having to wear these masks, you know, already in Colorado, for instance, where there's hardly any oxygen, cause oxygen deficiency. That shit's already gonna be fucking with your immune system. But insecurities and depression and having an overdose of that cortisol running through your body, that shit, it adds to it. It doesn't take away from it. So the social distancing, it almost makes it even worse, So we're in a really deep time where it's like, I feel like we're really in need of like community healing, especially in places like Colorado. Cause like, I feel like people kind of cutthroat out here sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to network as much, or if they do, it's only for one very specific purpose and they don't want to let anybody else in on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that shit don't make no fucking sense. It's like, I'm the type, I'm gonna spread the wealth, bro. If you around me, you're gonna be blessed. Not because of me, but because of God. You know what I'm saying? Like on some real shit, And that's how I see it, and I don't know, like I said, I just feel like we really need to get connected, tap in.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
I agree. And that's, like I keep saying, that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to put a spotlight and just broadcast out,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we're the only ones doing this in the world, but, I think we have an interesting take. And I think,
for sure.
People around here have different opinions.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
That's a perfect
I love
thing.
that.
Yeah, for real.
Not everyone's the same. That's the fact. Like, if everyone was the same, it'd be boring as shit. It'd be a lame-ass world.
Bro, it wouldn't even be a world. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for real.
Just be stillness. Everybody be exactly the same.
Imagine SpongeBob normal world.
Literally.
That shit would suck. It's like robotic, automated,
I mean, to some degree, it is like that. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely a program.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
it's like, I feel like it's just a time like to collectively fucking break this shit and just reprogram ourselves.
That's why you gotta be a character, man.
Yeah, legit, bro. Life's a theater, bro.
I got a couple characters in my family for show.
Fact. For real.
Yeah, man. It's. I've been reading the 48 Laws of Power. I've said this a lot. Have you read it?
Bro, I'm mostly through it. I had to take a break from it because once you start incorporating that shit and you start to use that shit, man, and not only use it, because some of them are, obviously it's written by man, so it has some flaws, but just seeing how other people use that shit, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, I like the historical, tie-in.
Yeah, I love that shit, bro. It goes in deep.
It's the shit.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, man, yeah, definitely. And then like a lot of it, it's stuff I might have already known, but it's just it's good solidification and
sure.
good to see it in practice by other people in history that are like either failed at it or like succeeded at it. And it's like, huh.
It gets deep, bro. Like that's actually where I got that line from, bro. With the iron fist and the velvet glove.
Yeah.
That's literally where it's from. It's 48 Laws of Power. That's crazy.
Yeah, don't doubt it. Yeah, man, this shit's hard.
Yeah.
That shit's time.
For real.
I haven't read that one yet.
Bro, it's just like, have you read The Prince? It's like bro, it's like the Prince on fucking crack, bro.
It's like the Prince on crack, he
bro. I'm just saying, man. Have you ever done it on weed? Nah, for real though, bro. That shit, it's like a different level, bro. It just it's so intricate,
I got a book I think you'll like.
What's it called?
It's the book I'm reading right now. It's called The Name of the Wind. It's like The Alchemist on crack.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, shit.
The Alchemist was crazy.
Bro, it's a trip, bro.
Crack. Have you seen it on crack?
Nah, for real though. I'm honestly, man, I need to fucking like read more, I mean, low key, I'm kind of like in a very specific study right now, but I if you have any like book recommendations, definitely just send it over, bro.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It.
Oh yeah. Wait, you talking about the Child Called It?
Stephen King.
Oh nah, I never read it. I never read that. I don't think I have.
You're missing out.
Yeah, my mom had it for a minute. Like
it's a long ass book. It's like 1,200.
It's a tome for sure.
Yeah,
it's a weapon, honestly, in my opinion.
It's a weapon.
Zombie apocalypse, I'd fucking choose it.
Yeah. I swear.
Kill some motherfuckers in that thing.
Swinging them by the ankles.
Just whack. Fly swatting motherfuckers. Oh shit.
Chopping heads off.
Swing. Paper cut.
That's my favorite cut.
Oh shit. Yeah, I talk about them a lot, but they're good ones. No, I'm definitely trying to get into like the Prince and you know, it's some of like older like classics like Moby or, you know, the stuff that.
Like Moby Dick.
I mean, yeah, Moby Dick.
Bro, that shit, I just wouldn't.
I
would never recommend that ever. You know what I'm saying? I literally read it when I was in middle school because, you know, my teachers were talking about it. I'm like, I went to my teachers one time, or not the teacher, librarian. I was like, what do you think is like one of the oldest and most like historically acclaimed books? And she said Moby Dick. You know, that's the first introduction to it. So she showed me where it was. I checked it out and I fucking read like, actually I didn't even read the last like 20 pages. I don't know why. I know it was like, I think it's like a 900 page book or something like that. I didn't even read the last literally like 20 or 50 pages because I just couldn't, bro. I literally just gave up. Even though I was that close, I was like, this is just such a pointless, just dry book. I don't understand what people get out of it. I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, you can do it just say you did it, you know? I feel like it's a controversy to say you had like half of it read, you know, but I don't know how people do it, bro. I don't.
I definitely heard about that. But I mean, you know, that was just an example. But
yeah,
that one's definitely not like number one on my list.
Makes sense.
Have you read The Call of Cthulhu?
Nah, actually.
That's on the list,
bro.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
That shit dope.
That's a read, bro.
Bro.
It's a short book. It's like 60 pages. I read it in one day, bro. One of the best books I ever read.
Really?
For real.
Bro, only time I ever heard Cthulhu was in fucking South Park, bro.
Oh yeah,
that shit's funny as fuck. The fucking Coon and Friends.
I know y'all
That
shows
shit was
up and
too
shit.
much.
That's an interesting reference.
That shit was crazy. Because I never even heard of Cthulhu other than that, literally. Like, I feel like you might have brought that book up to me, but
nah,
yeah,
I always heard it because like when I worked at the movie theater, one of my managers, she used to be like hella into Cthulhu.
Yeah.
So she always was talking about it, and it just always stuck with me for whatever reason. So I came around to it, bought it, read it, and it actually hit me on a really deep level. I was like, yeah, it was interesting book.
You like that Metamorphosis, you said?
Yeah, the Metamorphosis, I was gonna mention that. Yeah, that one it's like 40 pages. That shit was good.
It's interesting, huh?
That shit was
yeah, that shit hits. It makes you think.
It really does. You know, it actually, I thought it was interesting because I saw it like the family went through a transformation too.
Yeah.
You know, like this guy transforms into this insect or whatever. But
have you read it? It's good.
Yeah, it's about this guy transforming into an insect and this whole experience of it with his family and oh man.
That sounds crazy. Yeah, sounds like it would be quite the trip.
It was fucking insane, bro. Because it goes into like minute detail about how he feels and you know what it is, you know. So I'm thinking about it like real life, you know, because I actually think about changing into animals and stuff like that all the time. And so I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Yeah, I'm all fucking.
Yeah, definitely. So if you're in it.
Yeah, I'm all smoking. I'll be smoking. I'm like, damn, bro.
It's wild, you know. Because yeah, if you put yourself in that position, that'd be a wicked position.
Yeah, for real.
To be like that too, like just like, you know, it's to be by people you love, you know, in general. You wouldn't want to be unwanted, you know, like to go from being loved to unwanted by people that you know, hold dear. Like shit, bro, that'd be wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's an interesting read. I definitely recommend it. That's good.
Yeah,
check it out.
Yeah, that's tight. I couldn't imagine transforming into an insect, just waking up and I'm an insect.
Oh God.
Big ass beetle.
That'd be crazy. Absolutely insane.
And you can't turn over like.
He's all trying to figure out how to turn over. It was like half the book was like a whole day.
Really?
Just one day. Yeah, it was like half the book.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Step by step.
That's crazy shit.
His morning was forever.
His what?
His morning? Because he was trying to get out of bed.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, that's crazy. That's insane.
He's all on his back, can't even move. He has his legs, they go all these different directions.
That just seems like a wild ass book. Honestly, I'm not going to front. That literally...
It's only like 40 pages though.
Yeah,
Really?
It's a short story. I had to read. They made me read it in college.
Really?
Yeah, no. After reading, I was like, wow.
It's one of the. They say it's one of the best ones though.
Really?
They say it's one of the best short stories.
He says
ever.
called The Metamorphosis.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
That's
It's like
why
40 pages and half the book was just one day.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, that much detail. I guess.
That should have me laughing.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
He's a good author.
Yeah.
Franz Kafka.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Franz Kafka.
Never heard of him.
He's pretty good. They said like a lot of his work wasn't actually published though.
Oh, really?
I feel like that's just a lot of people in general.
Yeah, well.
Cause like, you know, when you working at something, you just gonna have a bunch of shit. Like, bro, I literally, bro,
It's
in
true.
that studio, I probably have at least like 10 songs that I left there that never got released that nobody ever saw. You know what I'm saying? At least. Literally.
Bro, honestly, I could probably got like 20 songs that no one's ever heard.
Mhm. And see, that's some light shit. You know, when you in the
Yeah.
game for a minute, that's just gonna just multiply it, you know?
Yeah. Someone like Tupac, he had like a vault.
Yeah, legit.
Oh yeah, my coworker, we were talking, right? He's like, he asked me a question. He goes, "Who do you think, or who do you say are the top 5 people who had the most influence in hip hop?" So I want to ask y'all that same question. And I gave him an explanation for each one.
Okay, one more time. Top 5 top influence in hip hop.
Yeah, who had the most influence.
And do they have to
in
be
hip hop.
like rappers?
Artists? Yeah, in hip hop. Want to give mine? I'll give you mine first.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I said Cool Herc, Rakim, the Freestyle Fellowship, KRS-One, and Eminem. That's what I said.
That is interesting as fuck. I wouldn't have thought that. Let me think. Oh, you got some?
I mean, maybe. Honestly, I wouldn't even say like, even like, what's, well, definitely, yeah, like, you know, KRS-One, most definitely. What's, like, who's that other dude on the other side of the bridge?
The other side of the bridge.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. I mean, now, let me think about it. Because yeah, there's definitely.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
want to misspeak and then motherfuckers
Yeah,
on my
I
top,
know.
you know, and they're like, yo, man, what the fuck you talking about? That don't make no sense.
That was a hard
Wrong.
one. You know, like, it was kind of a hard question, so I had to really think about it. You know, like, so I'll give my explanation why I chose who I did.
Okay.
So I chose Kool Herc because he's the father of hip hop,
Right,
you know, so obviously he was the main influence
Mhm.
behind it. And then I chose Rakim. The reason why I chose Rakim was because he coins the term MC,
Mhm.
EMCEE. You know, and everybody from hip hop, like who's like into the, I guess, more boom bap, old school styles. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They use that term a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I said Rakim, and the Freestyle Fellowship because they are known for influence in freestyle for what we use it as today. You know, and just coming off the top of the head, freestyling. You know, with your homies and you know and doing that. You know, they're the first ones who came up with that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Who really started doing that. And then I said KRS-One because he's been known to just preach hip hop, you know,
Right.
teach it pretty much. And he had the book. He had the
Yeah.
book, The Gospel of Hip Hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he actually has a couple books, I'm pretty sure.
Mhm. Yeah, he has a lot of lectures and stuff too.
Yeah, you know, KRS-One.
Yeah,
is
KRS
hip-hop.
out there for sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, and then I said Eminem because he opened the door for like all white rappers, you know, and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I felt like he.
That's reasonable. You know,
I felt like he definitely had a huge influence because there wouldn't. Without Eminem, I don't think white rappers. Maybe someone else would have came. I don't know, but Eminem definitely did. You know,
no, for sure.
Hold that influential spot. So, you know, because there's all these white rappers out here, you know, who got respect.
Right.
Partially because of it.
Okay. Yeah, man. Honestly, let me think. So I feel like, for sure, Kool Herc, Grandmaster Flash.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Like, yeah, because after I said what I said, I was thinking about that too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, hold on.
You know, I mean, I would think I don't know if I put KRS in it. I mean, I love KRS-One, but
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I put him, but definitely on like the producer end, fucking the Neptunes for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like definitely like stupid influential.
Pharrell.
Yeah, just Pharrell in general. Pharrell is a goat, man. You know, it's crazy.
Hard. Remember that time we were tripping, walking,
Yeah,
bumping,
bro.
that new nerd?
Yeah, that shit was hard as fuck, bro. No one ever really dies. That's a fact.
Nope,
You know?
never.
But
Sublimate.
literally. But definitely like the Neptunes, you know, specifically, you know, you could say Pharrell.
Yeah, definitely.
And who else would I say? Definitely Lil Wayne. Honestly.
Lil Wayne too, yeah.
Cause Lil Wayne sparks all the little, you know, like little shit, you know what I'm saying?
All these fools
Yeah,
say
all the literally all the little rappers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne, not only that, man, just how he moved, how he operated, bro. He put on Drake, bro.
You know,
he
the
put
first
on
one.
Drake. Nobody talks
He's
about
hard,
that
bro.
shit.
He's
He
the
is
first
hard.
one that
Yeah.
I guess he made the term bling bling big.
Really? That makes sense.
Yeah, he's
Makes
known for
perfect
that.
sense.
Yeah.
Lil Weezy.
Lil
Yeah.
Wayne's a freaking he's
a
a goat.
force to be reckoned with, for sure.
For sure.
You know?
He's really tight.
I feel like
you
he
know?
would have to be in there, you know, and really just his influence on me, even like, it's crazy. And I'd say Drake, you know what I'm saying, for sure as well. Because
Yeah.
Drake is like, man, Drake is so multifaceted, you know, he pulls numbers.
Look at all these dudes trying to be Drake.
Literally, bro. You know, I'm trying to get like Drake, bro.
They're trying to sing and rap. They're trying to sing and rap. Everybody trying to sing and rap.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's beautiful though, you know.
Nah, yeah, for sure.
Because
It's
honestly,
tight.
all of us have the ability to really train our vocals to have melody and harmony, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
exploring that aspect of harmonization in your music, that's beautiful,
Yeah.
man. I love that shit.
I've actually been kind of doing that with my music as well.
Yeah, I feel it, bro. Like, for real. Yeah, I've been...
I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying you did have a huge influence, you know. Because before it wasn't cool, you know.
Yeah,
like,
man. They
I
like,
swear.
come on now, bro. You sound soft or something like
I
that.
know.
you
When I was a kid, that's why I never tried to sing. Because when I was a kid, it was soft. You were soft if you were singing. You were in choir. You know, you were in music class, and
Yeah.
I was so pissed. I'm so pissed now. You know,
See, with that, even with that, that's just because of insecurity, man. Because I'm not gonna front, bro. I used to love singing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I used to
I
want to
did
be a singer.
too.
Before I wanted to be a rapper, I wanted to be a singer. You know what I'm saying? And I tried. You know, I used to have a decent voice when I was younger. But as my voice matured, I just didn't practice or anything, you know. And I focused on rapping and shit. But that used to be something that I really wanted to explore, you know, like on a deep level, you know.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
like I'm very much the type of person where I just want to have 100% control of my body and my being, like by the end of my life, like on some real shit. Like I want to do that type of shit where I can just control my vocal cords, just on point, just, you know, fucking let out all the aspects of my vocal range. You know what I'm saying? Like that should be cool, man, for real.
That sounds tight. It's like I have reached 100%.
Can you imagine?
Full potential.
Can you imagine that shit?
He's like,
Complete control of your body in every aspect.
yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's the fucking goal.
For real. Like I be watching, like I follow a lot of like b-boys and stuff on Instagram.
Oh, bro, they be doing some
Bro,
shit.
it's
Yeah,
insane.
dude.
You know what I'm saying? Just dancers in general, like
Why's it gotta be the end of your life?
Huh?
You can do it now.
I said I'm gonna be there. I just
Well,
said by the end of my life. Hold
I
up,
think
chill,
you did.
player.
It's like before
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
dead. You
My
just said
last
before
breath,
I'm
I
dead.
might, you know, control that last cell of my pinky toe or something. You never know. You know? I'm open to it. You know, I'm open to taking the time it takes. That's all I'm saying.
I release my life. That's how much control I have. You know what I'm saying?
For real though. Facts. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm done here.
Yeah.
I can leave.
No, I've read this book, bro. I read this book, right? You know,
shit.
it talks about that. How there's certain people who are that conscious, you know, where they reach their life, you know, where they reach their success, and their soul's just like, all right, I'm done. And they die, you know, whatever, you know, they'll die whatever way. They're not saying they'll just lose their last breath right there. Maybe that could be it.
But they're just in sync with it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Aligned to it. Yeah, I can see that. I remember I read this article, bro. It was talking about basically these Tibetan monks, right? And it was actually, sorry, it wasn't an article. It was like a documentary. I think it was on Vice, actually, if I'm not mistaken. And it was basically talking about how like some of the like higher monks who watch over these monks that meditate in the temple, or like in just a constant state of meditation, been meditating for years, they say. He said some of them just will disappear. Like he'll go in there and then only their clothes is left, and that's just them after they make their full, you know, ascension and transcendence, you know. And I was like, I'm not saying I necessarily believe that, but I'm just like, damn, that shit would be actually crazy if that was real though. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit would be wild. But can you imagine meditating for so long you just disappear from the physical plane?
That's just tight.
Wow.
That'd be something.
I've been thinking about shit like that too, bro. Trying to do something like that.
Yeah. You know, my meditation's recently been weird. I put in earplugs, you know, and I was just laying there. And I ended up like laying there for like 4 hours, just in thought, you know, just thinking, you know, and it was interesting. It truly was, because I was trying to go to sleep.
I was trying to go to sleep, but I didn't even go to sleep. I just laid there for 4 hours and.
Yeah, it was like, it was interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, see, when it comes to, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
Oh, you're good.
Keep talking, but I was gonna comment on something you said, because when it comes to like
Sorry.
actually trying to make that happen, like I just wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna fret. I've been thinking about that a lot, like that type of thing. Because, okay, you know, one thing, I'm not saying this is the case with you, but I do want to just, you know, say this, because one thing I've been thinking about a lot, and I've been talking to people a lot about, just kind of getting their perspectives, is escapism. Have y'all like thought about escapism and really like talked about it and stuff?
Like what? Like, you know, not believing in reality?
Nah, not necessarily like that far,
Just
but like
trying to escape reality.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously there's a lot going on, especially right now. You know what I'm saying?
Video
Everybody's
games.
searching for escapism, you know, to some degree, huh?
Comic books, video games?
Yeah, stuff like that, you know, just like vices, you know, trying to escape in whatever, you know, brings you out of here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a deep subconscious interaction that we have with ourselves and just our communities in general. And it's like, okay, because this is what I wanted to say. So like, for instance, what you're saying, you were like, oh, that might be something that I would want to look into doing or whatever, right? I'm like, that's cool. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it. Like I said, with these Tibetan monks, apparently they do it. That's what they say, you know?
Apparently they do it.
But at the same, sorry.
I'm trying to come back.
No, I feel you.
Know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you. But I'm just saying, you know, even when it comes to that, like, I don't know, you're here for a reason, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, I'm sure you get to a point where it's like, how you travel, how your conscious travels, or whatever, it's like, you know, it's always in divine timing, you know what I'm saying? And the more you recognize that, maybe you have a little more control over, you know, how that actually happens. But I'm just saying, you know, like, for instance, with me, and I know both of y'all also were part of, like, PhD youth group, you know what I'm saying? And young little
PhD.
yeah, facts, man. You know, like little like youth activism. And one thing I was noticing, even with some of those people, is like some of the things that they would say sometimes, or some of the things that you know, we would talk about, is like how to have that escape and release and like positive measures, you know, and putting that energy into the community, you know what I'm saying? So I always thought that was cool, because like, don't get me wrong, like, everybody needs a release, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to just like release all of this tension, and you know, it's just about using that energy in like a productive manner. That's all I was saying, you know, like, because I feel like a lot of people, you know, would even hear something like that and be like, man, maybe I should just sit here, you know, life is kind of not going anywhere anyway. Maybe I should just sit here and, you know, work toward that, you know, but that's not really necessarily productive, because the only reason why you even came here was to do a bunch of work. Don't get me wrong, that might be part of the work, you know, only you really know. But, you know, I'm just saying, you know, I feel like escapism is something that people should talk about more, you know what I'm saying? Because there's healthy ways to escape and there's unhealthy ways, you know, just like everything else, you know? And it's about your intentions and how you like really go about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Yeah, man, everything's an escape, you know, food's an escape for some people, you know, video games.
Man, that's for everybody.
I use my
That's
books.
fair.
Those are my main escape right now. My books.
I feel you.
I freaking escape
Into the
to another
tunnel.
world.
Literally.
For real.
See, I haven't even, like, I've been reading, but I've been mostly focusing my studies actually, like, on Yoruba culture, you know what I'm saying, lately, you know, and trying to fucking tap into that, because, I don't know, like, I honestly, like, before, I would read, like, 3 or 4 books at a time, you know, and that, like you said, that would be a serious escape, you know. Now, I feel like it's more like, refined for me, but at the same time, like, I don't know, right now, it's really a mentality thing, but right now, I'm only able to take, like, certain chunks of it, you know what I'm saying? I have to sit with this shit, like, I don't know, man, it's just been hitting me super deep, like, it's been weird, you know? But it's like, I want reading to be an escape, but literally, I'll read, like, a certain amount of, like, a book, especially when it's, like, a deeper book, you know? I'll read a certain amount, and I was like, whoa, like, I need to sit with this, man. This is a lot. You know, I'll read like you read like 10 pages, I'll be like, this is just a lot. Like, this completely redirected my whole paradigm, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real though, you know? And that's just how I've been feeling lately.
So like what I do, like I'll read a book like that, or I'll read a couple books like that, and then I'll read a book like I'm reading right now.
Okay.
It's just like a fantasy book, you know.
Okay,
It's
that's
real
cool.
easy read, you know, and it like gives your mind a break.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
see that. See, one thing I've been kind of practicing too is having a diet of like ebooks, you know what I'm saying, and like we're like they'll read it and everything
I
like
can't
that.
do ebooks, bro.
I love it, bro. I absolutely love
I
it.
can't do ebooks. I'm
Bro.
telling you, these
And
ebooks
YouTube
suck.
has like all the most famous books you can even ever think of for free, bro. You just look it up on YouTube type shit. So like sometimes because I do a lot of orders like with Grubhub and shit, so I'll be like driving, and you know sometimes I'll just listen to lectures and ebooks, you know what I'm saying, while I'm driving, and it just really makes even one of like obviously a task that's already pretty productive, driving somewhere, you know, going somewhere, it make it even a little more productive, you know, getting a little more out of it. And I think that's really useful because for me personally, when I got a car and I stopped riding the bus, like literally, bro, my reading just went down so much, you know? And it's because I just felt like, although with having a car you have more time, it's almost like you have more to do too, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, all of a sudden when you get a car, the world just opens up and, you know, it's asking for you, just calling your name, you know what I'm saying? Like, on some real shit, bro, you know? So it's like, it's almost like, even though you have more time, and yeah, you could utilize that time, obviously reading, you should. You know, I like having physical books in my hands, you know, flipping pages. That's like my thing. But at the same time, you know, and it just hits like different parts of your brain too. You know what I'm saying? It hits you a little differently. You know what I'm saying? Especially because it's gonna continue. Like I know sometimes I'll be reading and I'll catch myself and I'll just keep reading the same line over and over, and that's good. Don't get me wrong, because that's how I get the most comprehension personally. But I also like to have those opportunities to get past the thought and not overthink it and really feel it out, you know? Because sometimes when you're reading stuff, bro, like, especially because you're reading, it's funny, bro, because I feel like this is almost like an ego trip, you know what I'm saying? When you be doing stuff that you know is seen as good and you're doing stuff that, yeah, obviously is good for you, but there's a certain appeal to it, an image to it. It's almost like it just hits you different, you know what I'm saying? But regardless, that's kind of a little off track.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
nah, but on some real shit, bro. Like, you know, you'll be reading, and I'll have this time where I'll just keep reading the same line over and over. It's really nice to just be able to have those times. Like, you're driving, you're preoccupied, you have to focus on something else, but at the same time, you could just take in the information, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, personally, I feel like, you know, you should have your own practice on how you go about it, obviously, to get the best results. Like, personally, I like to, like, check in with myself, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'll listen to the ebook, let's say, for, like, you know, a couple hours or something, and, or even, like, a half hour. I usually check in, actually, like, more like a half hour, like, every half hour, and I'll just stop it real quick and really be like, okay, what did I get from this, you know, like, what did I really get from it? But I do my best not to overthink it, you know? Once I start seeing myself overthink it, I just kind of let it go, and I feel like that's a pretty valuable aspect of ebooks, you know. Like, have you guys heard of Russ's ebook? I forget what it's called. I think it's like Get Out of Your Own Way or something like that. Is it
just an ebook or is it a real book too?
I'm pretty sure he has a physical book too, but it's ingenious. Absolutely, it's transformational, bro. First, like, 2 pages, bro, were extremely transformational for me personally, you know? It's crazy, bro. This dude is on a completely different level, bro.
Like
Huh?
What was it called?
It's get out of your own way, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's all about manifestation and how to really make it in this game, you know, and just in general, how to just make it in life, you know? And it's all mentality, you know, the universe is mental, and it really breaks it down pretty well in that book, bro. Like, one thing, I think it was like on the 2nd page, literally, bro. Like, it was right away he got to it, bro. I like it. And one thing he said was, he was talking about how, you know, you need to, why it would be most conducive to basically, practice gratitude and bring that positivity into your life is because, okay, you know, everybody always sees happiness as like a destination. You know what I'm saying? Everybody always see success as like a destination, you know, something you bring with you though. It's not a destination. You're just going to continuously move on this journey, and you're going to have certain energy attached to you that brings certain other energy, you know what I'm saying? And specifically when it comes to manifesting, you know, and you think about like the law of circulation and the law of reciprocity, and how, you know, what you put out comes right back around. It's like the universe is going to manifest everything you do, pretty much. It's going to have some aspect of manifestation, right? No matter what you do, even on the most subtle levels, right? So it's like, regardless if you're positive or negative about the situation, the universe is still going to manifest for you. That's the beautiful thing about the law of attraction. It's going to happen regardless if you like it or not, you know? And the thing is, the universe is ambivalent, you know? It's going to react to the energy that you give it. So if you're in a situation and you have an opportunity to just put more energy, more positive energy into something that blessed you and your blessings, and put more positive energy into those things you want to manifest, naturally the universe is going to take that and transform what you're seeing in your head into reality in more of a positive light. And because don't get me wrong, there's a lot of successful people. There's a lot of people who get to where their image of success is in their head on a physical level, right? But the energy isn't right. You know, there'll be people who are self-made millionaires but hate their life. You know what I'm saying? These people who reach the highest success of their artistry and hate their life. And a lot of times that's because you have to bring that with you. You know what I'm saying? You have to bring that positivity with you. It's not like when you get here, oh, you're gonna just be great all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? You'll be great. You'll have things that, you know, you're highly acclaimed for, but the universe took all that energy you were bringing with you and the negativity. So yeah, it manifested your dreams, but the energy wasn't right, because now the energy is just building up in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? And he spoke on that, and that shit was just like transformational. And I got that shit from an ebook. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just driving, bro. I was doing orders, making money and shit. And fucking in between orders, I would just stop it and just be like, man, what did I really get from this? And it helps a lot, bro. You know, the multitask can really, you know, just be a little more efficient, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Because I read at work, so, you know, on my breaks and shit. So, like, every time after I'm done reading, I always look back, you know, like, and think about what I just read, and what I got from it, and just reflect a bit, and then it helps me solidify it, you know?
Yeah, for sure, bro. And then practice this shit, bro. Like,
yeah.
That's one thing, too, I love about books, bro, is because you can, even dreams, you know, same with dreams. Like, you can take these principles that you learn from these books and then start to recognize it in your everyday life, and then you can literally, like, when you have that vantage point, it just makes it so much easier to maneuver, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I love about books, man. It, like, obviously expands your awareness, but then it even like refines the awareness that you already have sometimes. Just because even if it's like a fantasy book, for instance, or even just like a fiction book, you know, it's like you're seeing different realities be played out, you know what I'm saying? And you're seeing how it plays out in a lot shorter of time than how, you know, the characters within the book actually experienced it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you can have years of wisdom in a fucking 60-page book. You know what I'm saying? Literally, you know, you can read a 60-page book and then you're getting fucking years of game, years of trial and error. You know what I'm saying,
bro? I feel like
crazy.
Because I've been reading these books and I'm like, man, I feel like I've lived thousands of lives. Just reading these books.
Hey, man. You know, we stand on like the shoulders of giants, and it's real ignorant to not use the knowledge that they put out and they have for us, and you know, put it to use. And I mean, yeah, that's what it's there for, to make your life better.
Right.
But you know, I think we should cut it here. But Weezy, would you like to tell everybody where they can find your stuff when it drops?
Man, it's gonna be on all major streaming platforms. I'm gonna be having like a listening party too, and yeah, I'm also gonna have a couple videos. It's gonna be lit, bro. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be coming out June 25th.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, look out for it.
I thought you said May.
Did I say May on here?
I swear you said May.
Motion, right?
Hey, well, you guys will see when it drops. I'll be promoting it. Follow me on social media for sure. On Instagram, it's 2 underscores and then capital G. On Facebook, it's just capital G's lit.
Yeah, we'll drop the links down below, so you already know what to do.
Thanks
for coming through, bro.
Yeah, appreciate you guys having me.
Much love.
Thank you.
Peace out. Until next time.